Everyone, welcome to MobileMaths with Gamchran. Today I want us to look at solving equations. Here we are solving quadratic equations, and I'm going to be using two methods here. So for the first method, I'm going to multiply every side by a plus 4, so that I remove that one, that a plus 4, so that I remove this, and this side it cancels off each other. Then the left hand side I will remain with a plus 4 by a plus 3. This is now equal to a 6, like that. Okay, now I will remove the brackets. Removing the brackets, I'll have a by the second bracket there, a plus 3, then plus 4 by a plus 3, the second bracket again. This is equal to a 6. Okay, a times a, I get a squared plus 3a plus 4a plus 12 there is equal to a 6, like that. Okay, I can simplify this part there, and I can take this 6 to this side. It becomes minus 6 there. Let's have that. So I'll have a squared plus 7a, then 12 minus 6 is equals to now a 0. Because we have removed a 6 there, we will remain with a 0 that side. So I'll have a squared plus 7, then plus 6. 7a plus 6 is equals to a 0. Okay, so what I want to do now is to find a number that when I add, I will get a 7. When I add, I get plus 7a. When I multiply, I get 6a squared. Okay, so the number that I can think of is 6 and 1. 6 and 1. So if I say 6 times 1, I'll get 6a squared. If I add 6 plus 1, I'll get 7a there. Okay, so that's the number that I can think of. Now let's rewrite this. We have a squared plus 6a plus a, which is 1a. We can say 1a there. Then plus 6 is equal to a 0. Now I can factorize this group and that group. For the first one, I can take out a and remain with a plus 6 there. Then the second one, I can take out plus 1 and remain with a plus 6. Okay, so these are the factors that I have. So I now have a plus 1 and a plus 6. Okay, this is equal to 0. So when we get to this point, we can say either a plus 1 is equal to 0, or a plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so when we get to this point, we can solve and get our a as minus 1 there, and for this one, our a is equal to minus 6. So these are the values of our a. So this is the first method. The second method, I'm going to use the formula x. This formula says x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so this is the method that I'm going to use. So I'll start to use this method from this point here. This point. Okay, so that's the point that I'm going to use it. So I'll write that, because from the first, where we have been working in red, there is the same way, but where we are to solve and get the factors, that way is going to be different. So I'll use that formula. So our equation there is a squared plus 7a plus 6 is equal to 0, like that. So at this point, I'm going to explain something. In this case, our x, this x is going to be an a, because we have got our work in terms of a and a squared, a there. Okay, then our b is this one. Our b in this formula is this 7 there. This is our b, and plus 6 there is our c. Then our a in this question, in the equation, is 1. We look at the coefficient of a squared. So when we talk of this formula, our a is the coefficient of the squared part. So in this case is the coefficient of a squared, and our b is the coefficient of a. Okay, then c is the constant. C is the constant value. I'm saying constant because it doesn't have any letter, so I'm just saying constant in terms of that. Okay, so it's the independent value there. I can even say independent value. So that's what we have here. This is our a. So we are going to substitute these items into our equation there. So let's do the substitution. So when we are doing the substitution, I'll have our a, we said, is now the x. So we say a is equal to minus b. Our b is 7 minus 7 plus or minus square root of our b squared, that's our 7 squared, minus 4 times a is 1 times our c is 6 all over 2 times a, our a is 1. So this is what we get there. Now multiplying, we will get our a is equal to minus 7 plus or minus square root of 7 squared, we get 49. 7 squared there, we get 49. Let's write our 49 there. So we have got 49 here. Then minus 4 times 1 times 6, we get 24. So we have minus 24 here all over 2. Okay, let's simplify. I'll get minus 7 plus or minus square root of 49 minus 24, we get 25 here all over 2. Okay, so our a is going to be minus 7 plus or minus square root of 25, we get 5. So this is all over 2. So our answer is going to be a is equal to, either a is equal to minus 7 plus 5 over 2, or minus 7 minus 5 over 2. I'm taking this part here. We've got plus or minus. So the first one is plus, then the second one is minus there. Okay, so these are the two values that we are considering. Now let's finish off. Finishing off, our a is equal to minus 7 plus 5, we get minus 2 over 2. Or minus 7 minus 5, we get minus 12. We get minus 12 there all over 2. Dividing our 2's there, we have our a as minus 1. Or dividing here, we get our a is minus 6 there. So the values there are a is minus 1 or minus 6. Let's check our previous answers there. We got again we got the same answers. A is minus 1 and minus 6. So that's how we do it. Let's look at the last example. Okay, the last example, we've got this one. So I'm going to multiply first with x minus 1 here with x minus 1 there. Okay, so I'll have x minus 1 and 3x minus 2 there is equal to a 4. This side, they cancel off each other there. Okay, they cancel off each other there. So I'll get x by 3x minus 2 minus 1 by 3x minus 2 is equal to a 4. Let's simplify that side there. Simplifying, I'll have 3x squared minus 2x minus 3x, then plus 2 there is equal to a 4. Okay, like that. Simplifying this part there, I have 3x squared minus 5x, then plus 2. I take this 4 there, this side it becomes minus, so I'll have minus 4. Minus 4 here is equal to a 0, like that. Okay, so at the end of the day, we'll have 3x squared minus 5x, then minus 2 is equal to a 0. So we want a number that when we add, we'll get minus 5x. When we multiply, we get minus 6x squared. Okay, so the number that I can think of is minus 6x, then plus x there. Okay, that's the number that I can think of, minus 1 plus 1x there. So we can rewrite this and have it as 3x squared minus 6x, then plus 1x, then minus 2 is equals to a 0. Grouping and factorizing these pairs, I have first factor, I have 3x, then I'll remain with x minus 2. Then the second one I can take plus 1 and remain with x minus 2, then is equals to 0. So the factors that I have are 3x plus 1 and x minus 2 is equal to a 0. So we can say either, we can now say either 3x plus 1 is equals to 0 or x minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so our x values are, our x, considering the first one, I can have 3x is equals to minus 1. So our x is equal to, our x is equals to minus 1 over 3. Okay, like that. Then the second one, our x is equals to a 2 there. Okay, so that's the first method. Let's use the second method, where we use our formula x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so our equation is as follows. Our equation is equal to 3x squared minus 2x, minus 5x, then minus 5x, then minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, and we said when we have this formula, this is our a, this is our b, and this is our c. Okay, so when I have my b as negative like this, it means here I'll just come and write it as a positive. Okay, so we can now say our a is representing our x in the equation, is equal to 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared minus 4 by a, 4 by 3 by c minus 2 there, all over 2 times a, which is our 3. Let's simplify that part there. So I'll have 5 plus or minus square root of 25, then 4 times 3, I get a 12 there. 4 times 3, I get 12, times 2, I get 24. So I have plus 24 there. Okay, then this is all over 6. Okay, so 24 plus 25, I get 49. So I have here is equals to 5 plus or minus square root of 49 over 6, like that. So my answers are either 5 plus square root of 49 over 6, or 5 minus square root of 49 over 6. Square root of 49, we know its value is 7, so it's going to be equal to, hello? Okay, so we get 5 plus 7 over 6, or 5 minus 7 over 6 there. Okay, so this becomes 5 plus 7, we get 12 over 6, or minus 2 over 6. So this is the final answer there. 6 into 12, we get 2, or minus 1 over 3. This is how we get our solution there. Okay guys, bye bye.